further solidify himself with his base, they're not going to buy whatever he says. So now he's got to produce some kind of smoking gun. And if there isn't one, nobody's going to believe it. So I'm just very satisfied by seeing him make such a huge unforced error.
I have to say, your use of the word delicious to start your comments, and then you're saying that you're very satisfied. But, we are talking about a situation here where young women were abused.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to yesterday's news channel, where we watch CNN so you don't have to. On Thursday, Scott Jennings joined the panel on Newsnight with Abby Phillip. They covered a range of topics, from Trump's relationship with Jerome Powell to the long-simmering Epstein scandal to South Park's latest jabs at Trump in their season premiere. And of course, we got a truly revealing take from the always entertaining Jemele Hill on what she thinks really matters when it comes to Epstein. Here's a hint. It's not the victims. Anyway, let's watch Scott Jennings once again show his patience and precision as he sits through an hour of smug, self-congratulatory liberal elites making up stories. Let's go.
On this list, and now that their base expects delivery, they expect something to come from this. Now they're like, wait a minute, there was nothing there. This is all, nobody's going to buy it. So even if there is nothing there, which, I mean, let's be honest, at this point, on either side of the aisle, if they really had the goods on the other side, I think we probably would have known that by now. But the fact is, because of how he used this conspiracy theory to further solidify himself with his base, they're not going to buy whatever he says. So now he's got to produce some kind of smoking gun. And if there isn't one, nobody's going to believe it. So I'm just very satisfied by seeing him make such a huge unforced error.
I have to say, your use of the word delicious to start your comments, and then you're saying that you're very satisfied. But, we are talking about a situation here where young women were abused. This is a tragic case. Maxwell's in jail because she helped traffic the women. This is a very, very tragic case. I see Democrats and people on the left taking great political delight in this because they don't care one bit about the victims. They only started caring this about 5 minutes ago. They only started caring 5 minutes ago when it was a cudgel against Trump. So this kind of language where we just sort of laugh about the situation but forget the underlying issue, the victims here, to me, it's
so what's your solution to that problem? I mean, should they release the files? Like, what should happen here?
I have no problem with whatever transparency they can do. Obviously, they've gone to court to ask a judge on the grand jury. That they've run into a roadblock there. They've got the deputy attorney general interviewing Maxwell. I don't know what they can and will release, but I have no problem with whatever transparency they come up with.
They have many gigabytes of files in their possession that they don't need to go to a judge for, that they could release, and they haven't. I do think.
Are there things the chairman can say to you today that would make you back off some of the earlier criticism?
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates. But other than that, what can I tell you? There was no tension. There was no tension. I think he had more tension with my great senator to the right. He's a pretty tough cookie.
Listen, that aggressive pat on the back, very.
That was the most compelling television I've seen in a long time.
I don't even know what to say.
And good on him. I mean, Jerome Powell for actually standing up to the president right there in real time. I mean, that takes guts, and he did it. And I wish that more of his Republican colleagues would do so in Congress. We'd have a better system if they did.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think it's so much easier to get the Fed chair to lower interest rates. You back off on the tariffs, and that's that. But instead, Trump is trying to use this renovation as a reason to put pressure on him. I'm not sure that that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to fire him. It doesn't sound like he's going to. He doesn't have that many months left on his term. Trump will be able to put in his own Fed chair. It looks to me like he's planning to just humiliate this person for the next 8 months and make him into a miserable person. And you know what? He deserves it because he should have lowered interest rates, A. B, I'm not sure the Fed's done all that great of a job over time since Powell has been in, even though Trump did first appoint him.
I mean, even though
and so maybe he deserves a little of the political theater.
I'm curious about that, Scott, because first of all, this is Donald Trump's Fed chair. He appointed Powell. But the second thing is real.
So we got this Epstein thing. It seems like conservatives are splitting into two camps on the whole release the Epstein files. So we got one side saying this isn't about Trump, it's about justice. Release every name, every record, and every flight log. The other side is suddenly squeamish, worried that it'll hurt our political chances or distract from the real issues. Here's where I land. We all spent years chanting, drain the swamp, lock them up, expose the elites. Now we're being told to look the other way? If you've watched this channel at all, you know that I am far perfect. I'll get things wrong. But the two things I always promise my viewers are honesty and consistency. I just don't know how I could sit here and look you all in the eye and claim to fight for justice, then lose interest the moment some conservative party leader, Republican, whatever, tells me not to worry about it. Behind all the gossip and headlines are real victims, lives destroyed by people who think they're untouchable. Let's not prove them right. If anyone, Republican, Democrat, billionaire, celebrity, is guilty, they should be exposed, period. Because the moment any of us says, well, maybe this one elite deserves protection, we never have a right again to claim the moral high ground. Truth and accountability matter a lot more than tribal defense. And if we don't all feel the same collectively, we're just becoming the very thing we claim to fight.